Closed captioning provided by Montana Telecommunications Access Program.
Welcome to the Saints Wrap-Up Show. Brought to you by the Brad Schmidt Agency, Collision Pro, First Community Bank, First Interstate Bank, Montana Motorsports and Marine, the Montana Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, Opportunity Bank, Select Realty, and your local Ford stores. And now from the Quarry Bar and Grill at the Holiday Inn, downtown Helena, here's your host, Jarek Wolcott.
Welcome to the Saints Wrap-Up Show. I'm your host, Jarek Wolcott. Today we are joined by head basketball coach Carson Cunningham, women's basketball assistant Gary Turcott, and we check in with softball with a special mic'd-up segment with head coach Aaron Jackson. Stay tuned, Saints fans. This is the Saints Wrap-Up Show.
I've always been pretty good from long distance, even while I was at Carroll. But some Montanans have trouble hearing on the phone from long distance or just across town. Do you know someone who asks you to repeat your words, or to speak up, or quit using the phone because it's a hassle? The good folks at Montana Telecommunications Access Program can help with amplified phones, caption phones, tech phones, loud ringers, and more. And to most Montana, this equipment is free.
Call us or visit us online at the Montana Telecommunications Access Program.
I call him my shadow. Everywhere I go, he goes. Everything I do, he's got to do it too. He thinks I'm some kind of superhero, I guess. I never took it real seriously until I saw him pick up more than my camo gear. Then it hit me. I didn't want to pass down my tobacco addiction. I knew I had to quit. When I told him, he fell in line.
We all want to protect what's important to us, but sometimes it's difficult to take that first step. I'll hold your hand and lead you through those first precious steps. The rest is easy. Before you know it, you'll be up and running. Time doesn't stand still. Take those steps to protect your world. Call or stop by the Brad Schmidt Agency today.
Plonk. It's a unique bar and restaurant in Bozeman. It was a big financial decision to find the right bank for our growing business. We decided on Opportunity Bank of Montana. They have great mobile banking, which is good, because we're always on the go. I already had a home mortgage with them, with great interest rates. We met with Bert, our new banker, our friend, and now we have a second restaurant in Missoula. It was a great opportunity.
Welcome to the Saints Wrap-Up Show. I'm joined with head coach Carson Cunningham. Coach, it was a tough weekend. Some growing pains we're going through. Let's take a look at the highlights and we'll discuss it. Let's start off at Lewis Clark.
Yeah, we had two rough road games, stretches in each, where we did some really nice things, but ultimately not enough. And we did get some nice interior baskets, especially in the first half in both games. And you're going to see some of those. We got Jake driving to the rim. We got some cutters for some nice little layup looks, like Ollie Carr coming in here. But ultimately, we didn't get enough on the defensive end for the duration of the game, and that hurt us. Here's another nice drive, and then a putback. We're following our own shot. And, you know, we tightened things up at halftime. And really it was a 5-6 point game with about 10 minutes left, and just didn't do a good job at weathering some runs from the opposition. There's a nice three by Ryan Imhoff, and then we get on a little run here to cut the lead again to 6 after a couple buckets. And a nice cut here from Laurel, cut it again, but then they got a couple turnovers, and they got some breakaway layups and created a cushion that just became hard for us to overcome.
They're a pretty athletic team, a couple D1 drop downs and some other just athletic guys.
Yep, they're a good team. You know, I think we can provide more resistance in areas. I think our young guys kind of getting taught some basketball lessons by some veteran players. So we got to just dig out of the rut and find a way to close out games that we're in better. And we were doing that for stretches this year, but we had a rough weekend.
One thing I noticed at the first play of the game here is you take Zach down on the block and you let him post up their guard. Is that a matchup thing you see?
Yeah, I think Zach's really good from the post, and as is Ollie, as you see here on the highlights. So we just want to try to give different looks, try to get shots close to the 10, and I thought Ollie did a good job of working his way in there and doing that, and Taylor did as well. And here's another nice driving shot, and we got some nice looks in that regard. Shot a high percentage in the first half, got a lot of buckets near the 10, but it was very similar in that even though we did that and we had a tight game, we didn't weather a run at about the 10-minute mark, and it just proved the difference. And we got to figure out a way to either create a bigger cushion and then make the runs ourselves, and we've been doing that for a lot of the year, but this weekend we just didn't have enough in the tank and just didn't execute well enough. There's a nice shot from Nick Williams, and Zach Taylor just hit a 3. So it's a 1-point game, and it's really anybody's ball game at about the 10-minute mark. Zane hits a big 3, but they just, again, just some driving shots, some stops, some big 3-pointers, and all of a sudden they're on a 10, 11-0 run that proves the difference in the game. So we got to figure out a way to get, I think particularly our young guys, able to close out road games in the conference. It's not easy.
They seem like Tech seemed like a physical team. They really made it difficult inside, especially in the second half for you guys.
Yep, they're a senior-laden team. They did some savvy things, and I thought we actually did a lot of nice things, especially in the first half ourselves. But we just got to figure out how to put together a full game on the road. We did at Westminster, which was a great game for us. But this weekend, we just about the 10-minute mark in each game, we just we didn't deal with their runs well, and it proved the difference.
You talk about just being a freshman, sophomore heavy laden team, and they're just not used to playing this many games and for this physical competition, and it's starting to show a little bit now. But how do you get out of that?
Well, I've been there, and you wake up with a positive attitude. You make your bed, as Coach Katie used to tell me, and then you just have a positive disposition and embrace work. And it's pretty simple, but it's difficult when you're feeling down because you lost or things aren't going your way or it's physically demanding. It's tough, but that's what you got to do in life. So that's our challenge, is to get better this week, have a great week of practices, and see if we can find a way to win on the road again.
So what is the team doing really well right now?
Well, we're shooting a high percentage, particularly from the 2-point line. So we're getting good looks near the 10, but we just need to get back to playing the type of defense that we played for a lot of the year. A lot of it is just man-to-man action, where guys are just being really assertive and we're not providing enough resistance.
You have two good your top 2 consistent shooters are Zach Taylor and Oliver Carr. It seems like you're searching for that third guy to really step up and be a consistent scorer.
Yeah, it's been different guys at different times. Ryan Imhoff has had some great games for us. He struggled this weekend, particularly last night, but he's certainly capable. Zane and Laurel, and there's other guys who have given us some good stretches. We're just going to have to find that consistency and figure out a way to play some more defense and try to get a W.
You start off, you close out the first half of the Frontier slate with Rocky. They always, it's a good game. They bring a lot to the table. What do they have, and what are they going to show you guys that maybe you haven't seen?
Well, they're another senior-laden backcourt that's sophisticated and athletic, and they're going to play fast. So we're going to have a lot to deal with. There's no doubt about it. And we're just going to have to try to have a great week of practice and see if we can try to disrupt what they're trying to do and get some things done on our end. And that's just the bottom line. Is it
a good thing, you think, right now to only have one game this week to maybe give you guys a little bit more rest and figure some stuff out?
Yeah, I think it's good. And 5 of our first 7 are on the road in the conference, so it's a difficult slate. There's no doubt about it. But we're just going to have to try to find a way to get back to playing the kind of defense that we're capable of.
All right. Well, sounds good. Thanks for joining us, Coach. We appreciate you. Let's take a look at the results from last week.
Visit Collision Pro online for the ultimate auto body experience. Find help in dealing with insurance questions as well as auto repair. From paint to parts to our Armor Coat Protectant, we have the information you're looking for. Check out real customer stories about Collision Pro's professionalism and quality service, and you can follow the progress of your car online. CollisionPro.com, your gateway to the ultimate auto body experience.
You live for life's finest moments, like seeing nature firsthand, teaching something old to someone new, experiencing the thrill in their face, and doing it again and again. Join us on the water in the very best boat for these moments. Tracker boats, built for life.
Montana Motorsports and Marine in Helena.
Upgrade. It means your day just got better. That's the idea behind First Rewards World MasterCard from First Interstate Bank. With every purchase, you earn points you can use to upgrade just about any aspect of your life. Even better, rewards come from your world, your neighbors, your favorite local businesses. It's the difference between dining out and dining out in style, your style. First Rewards World MasterCard from First Interstate Bank. Your style, your rewards.
More people choose Ford F-Series to help run their lives, run their construction crews, their farms, even run away. And F-150 is the truck that helps you run on all cylinders. That's why Ford F-Series has been America's best-selling truck 38 years running. And with one sold about every 43 seconds, you guessed it, they're running out fast.
Now get up to $10,986 total value, plus get no payments until April on F-150. Visit your local Ford store today.
Welcome back to the Saints Wrap-Up Show. I'd like to excuse Coach Rochelle Sayers. She's with her daughter in Butte, and we're joined by veteran coach Gary Turcotte. Coach, thanks for joining us. A couple of big wins this week. Let's get right into the highlights and talk about them.
Well, it was a great atmosphere in Butte. Tremendous crowd. A lot of Carroll people came over. Loud, raucous crowd, and Tech came out and really played well. We were afraid that we'd see their A game, and that's what we got.
And to start the week in Lewis Clark, I know you didn't make that trip because you were under the weather a little bit, but girls played really well.
And you know, the second game of a road trip, and it's tough. You can see Bailey Watson making just a beautiful post move there. But Bailey Watson had a tremendous weekend, easily the best weekend she's had as a Saint. Is scoring inside, really multiple post moves, as you can see right there, where she's spinning and catching and twirling around hands. Cassie Hashley had a nice ball game as well. I think she had a double-double. So we're getting real good post play. We're starting to get the ball inside more efficiently all the time.
How exciting is that to have two really young inside players that you're going to have as a duo for at least 3 more years?
Well, it is a lot of fun, and Cassie is your classic post player, a 5 player, and Bailey Watson now is playing more and more like a classic 4 player power forward.
And that last shot there, pretty amazing. You have Bailey Snelling coming the length of the court to make that shot for the win.
Well, she's a money player. She's our go-to when the chips are on the line, and that was a career shot that she made against LC State with the score tied, and 6 seconds to go, she went coast to coast and hit a tough shot.
In the Tech game, you had a little bit of rebounding woes that have surfaced recently, but second half they really came and post play attacked.
Well, Rochelle lit a real fire under the girls at halftime. I mean, she really challenged them, and I thought the key to the game from a coaching point of view was she came out and she put a full court man-to-man press on Montana Tech, and it really changed the momentum. We became attackers instead of just receivers, and the flow and the momentum of the game really turned around at that point.
Again, going inside, and even the guards were driving. There weren't a lot of outside shots in the second half.
No, it was bounce it, get it to the rim. Katie Este there with a nice shot. She really had one of her better ball games in a while, and she's had some physical health issues, but she's getting healthier and playing well right when we really need it.
So Cassie hits this to give us a 1-point lead, and then it was almost 3 minutes of nobody hitting a shot.
Yeah, it was both teams with some pretty good looks. Nobody could knock them down. That was a big-time defensive rebound by Bailey Snelling there. She makes the first free throw, and the second free throw she misses, so we have a 2-point lead, but there's still 6 seconds left to go, but Cassie Hashley made a great hustle play and tied up the rebound, and as a result, Montana Tech didn't have time to get a shot off at the end, and we get the win.
There's a lot of things that you can teach as a coach, but having that hustle play at the end, that's a pretty that's a thing that kind of motivates from within, isn't it?
Well, it is, and Cassie is a tremendous competitor. She's raised in a great family of athletes, and her dad was a great basketball player, and that was a great hustle play, because Montana Tech had enough time to get a good shot off, and Mactonell, she had snuck out of the scrum, and she was open down at the other end, and we didn't see her. And had Cassie not tied that up, who knows what would have happened. We might have been in overtime, or she might have got a 3 off.
So you look at after last week and having 2 losses at home against very tough competition, but then you needed to respond, and the team really did that this week.
Well, we're 4-0 on the road and 0-2 at home. I mean, that doesn't happen very often to modern college basketball teams. But we played a lot better this weekend. Coach Sayers really challenged the girls this week. We had great practices, great intensity, and there's just no question that with this group of girls, how they practice is how they play. When they come out and have great practices, they play well. Both games came down to the wire. How mature do you see that your team becoming to win those close games? Well, we have the leadership at the guard position, experienced players. Kaylee and Bailey Snelling and Katie are all experienced. They've been there. They've played at the national tournament, and they know how to win, and they know what it takes, and they make big plays, take care of the ball, get the ball at the right spot at the right time, and you just can't say enough about that play that Bailey Snelling made against LC State to win a ball game on the road, 6 seconds coast to coast, and it wasn't a great look she had, but she just found a way to get that ball in the rim, get it in.
And against the number 13 team in the country.
Yeah.
We mentioned it a little bit, but Bailey Watson had 2 really great games. It seems like she's really coming into her own right now.
Her best weekend by far as a Saint. She's a terrific athlete, and she's getting better and better, getting more confidence. I think that's what everybody sees is she's kind of found a rhythm to her game and some go-to moves. And right now she's a handful. I mean, she's a matchup nightmare for most of the teams we play.
So you close out the first half of the Frontier slate this weekend at Rocky. What do they bring to the table?
Well, Rocky's been really a little bit up and down. Surprisingly enough, I mean, they had no trouble against Montana Tech, just pounded them. And we struggle against Montana Tech. They have some transfers from MSU Billings. They have a new coach, Wes Keller. They play very hard. I think they might be the most physical team in the league right now. They're really, their posts are really physical, so that'll be a matchup inside. And it's never easy down in Billings. I mean, you have to be ready to go down there. It closes out the first half, and we'll have had 5 games on the road and only 2 at home. But the second half, it all flips around, so we're looking forward to that too.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Coach. Appreciate it. As we go to break, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule.
The Montana Telecommunications Access Program allows Montanans with disabilities to connect.
My caption phone is an important asset in my work as a financial advisor.
I can stay in touch with the world without touching a thing.
My electronic learning box lets me speak to the world.
My amplified telephone lets me talk to my niece and my friends.
And best of all, for most Montanans, these services are free. Call us at 800-833-8503.
Upgrade. It means your day just got better. That's the idea behind First Rewards World MasterCard from First Interstate Bank. With every purchase, you earn points you can use to upgrade just about any aspect of your life. Even better, rewards come from your world, your neighbors, your favorite local businesses. It's the difference between dining out and dining out in style, your style. First Rewards World MasterCard from First Interstate Bank. Your style, your rewards.
This winter, your neighborhood gets a whole lot bigger when you drive a new Ford car or SUV with intelligent all-wheel or four-wheel drive. So whether you're taking in a show, getting in a workout, or making some new friends, Ford has the perfect intelligent all-wheel or four-wheel drive car or SUV for you. Welcome to the neighborhood. Now get up to $3,500 cash back on Fusion, or up to $3,000 cash back on Escape, or get 0 for 72 plus no payments until April on either Fusion or Escape. Visit your local Ford store today.
In the 1950s, people thought cigarettes were harmless. Today, it's e-cigarettes. Vaping is highly addictive. Plus, there's diethylene glycol used in antifreeze. Lead, formaldehyde, acetone, carcinogens, and toxic chemicals in the vapor. E-cigarettes are not regulated. Corporate tobacco hasn't changed their game, just their technology. If you want to quit, call the Quit line for free help and FDA-approved medications.
This week's Athlete of the Week is Leah Esposito from the indoor track and field team. Leah ran a 2:56.27 meter and took 5th at the Bronco Invitational in Boise against stiff Division I opponents. Her time is currently the fastest time in all of NAIA, and that is why she is the Student Athlete of the Week.
Make sure you get enough tension on it. If you're losing tension, you don't have enough on it. Pull it out. I'm sure you did just fine. I mean, nothing else, your smiley face, so it's gold. Over, and then they're nice and shoulders over, head down. Yep, hand cover up the hole. Okay. All I want you to do is just work the front of it this time, and then we can, yep. So, and then on the ladder thing, I couldn't find the other ladder. So just have them go side to side on this black line here.
Just down as far as the back line.
Yeah. Be on it today, okay, high intensity, a lot of energy. We're gonna warm up our arms and we're gonna go box throws, okay? Then everyone's gonna do drop steps together, okay, as a group, okay? Then we're gonna go through some bucket drills, okay? Outfielders are gonna come with me. Catchers are gonna go up on the balcony with John. Catchers, you need to be in full gear, okay? And then infielders with Sarah. You guys will be on the other side of this and that here, so you don't break any windows. I think outfielders will be all right here. We've had enough months together. Okay, I think we figured some of this out. Okay, and hopefully we can draw and have some common ground between everybody
okay, that's going to guide us through the rest of the season. Okay. Day 2, the biggest thing right now is to get better, right? Okay. I'm going to get better today. You're going to get better today. The corner. That's for getting the corner baseline. Okay, box throw, going that way. Instead of spinning, catch right here. Turn. No, I want you to turn into your throwing side. Catching and spinning, okay? On this direction, we want to catch and throw, okay? Catch, throw, okay? Here we go. And that's the big point right now. Take accountability for what you do today, okay? If you don't got a good day, okay, take accountability for it and move forward, okay? Come back tomorrow and have a great day, okay? Let's take a moment, let's get focused in, and let's go to work.
Something going on at the Quarry Bar and Grill. There's nothing like an enjoyable business lunch. Great salad, soups, and sandwiches to get you through the day. In the Holiday Inn downtown.
Before you start your search
for the largest investment in your life, First Community Bank is here.
Pre-qualification is easy. In most cases, it's the same day.
For first-time home buyers and new construction.
Or you're home away from home.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
The Holiday Inn Conference Center downtown, Helena's only hotel on the historic Walking Mall. We offer everything you expect. Comfortable rooms, a large pool, and an up-to-date conference center. Plus, we're just steps away from shopping and dining. And we feature the Quarry Bar and Grill, Helena's ultimate sports bar. Contact the Holiday Inn today at 406-443-2200.
Hi, I'm Carly, front office manager here at the Holiday Inn downtown Helena. Come visit us for sleeping rooms and meeting rooms.
There are heroes all around us. Firefighters, emergency medical technicians, military and veterans, law enforcement, teachers, and healthcare workers. Select Realty thinks you deserve a break when buying, selling, or refinancing a home. We are the exclusive Homes for Heroes partner in the Helena area. We can provide extraordinary savings of up to $2,000. Call us or sign up today. Homes for Heroes can make a difference. Choices, choices, choices. Select Realty. There's always something going on at the Quarry Bar and Grill. Come root for your favorite team on our big screen TVs and enjoy the best bar food and appetizers in Helena. In the Holiday Inn downtown.
Thanks for joining us for today's show. A big thank you to head men's basketball coach Carson Cunningham, veteran women's assistant Gary Turcott, and head softball coach Aaron Giles. Best of luck to men's and women's basketball as they take on Rocky Mountain, and to the track team as they head to the Mountain State Games in Pocatello. Be sure to log on to carolathletics.com for all the latest info on the Saints.